knew for certain when he was a freshman in high school that he was smoking marijuana, and that was the first time he went into treatment, was when he was a freshman. You know, he did well, seemed to do well for a couple years, and then there was the death of a significant person, actually a couple different people, some of his classmates and a woman that he worked with, and I think things kind of escalated after that.
I had passed out from severe dehydration, and they had hit me with a fentanyl drip, and then I got out of the hospital from that, and that kind of just triggered the relapse. I kind of felt like even doing everything right, what I'm supposed to be doing, kind of, I don't know, kind of made me feel hopeless, because, you know, I just got set back by something I couldn't control, you know. I was on the Suboxone up until Wednesday, when I ran out and couldn't get more in time, and ended up relapsing on Wednesday. Well, I wouldn't even call it a relapse really, because I'm still going through the detox process. It's kind of opened my eyes to just realizing that it's hard to detox at home, you know, and trying to wean myself off.
You know, I think people have this idea that when we're using Suboxone that we're just substituting one drug for another. When somebody is appropriately maintained on Suboxone, they're not high. Okay, when you initially start them, they might feel a little something, but after they get adjusted to the medication, they will report to you that they feel normal. It just helps them to feel normal. They're typically using it when they can't get a hold of their drug of choice and they don't want to get sick, or they can't access legitimate care. It's possible to recover in your home environment, but certainly trying to do that by self-detoxing at home, it's just kind of a recipe for disaster.
You know, that's one of the hardest obstacles of, you know, trying to get sober, get back on track, is that, you know, you fall out. Like in my case, you know, I fall off for 2 weeks, and then, you know, I want to get back on track and, you know, get back sober and get the ball rolling again. But with these detox places having a 4 to 6 week waiting list, it makes it hard, you know.
If I could actually bring these people in when they're calling, okay? Bring them in when they're calling, like say, okay, come on in right now, come on in an hour or something like that. I think that we would be getting them in what we call the window of opportunity, when they're ready to come in. The addict typically wants what they want when they want it. And that's the mindset of the addict, you know? And they don't understand that that's just not life on life's terms. That's not how it works.
I mean, what helps most is being far away from it, you know? Like I've talked to one of my friends, you know, my main friend that I've been friends with for 23 years, you know? And, you know, it's not as, like, I can hear that he's high, you know what I mean? I can tell he's high on the phone, but it doesn't bother me because I'm far away, you know? And it's hard to not just, you know, not talk to a friend that you've been friends with for, you know, over 20 years just because, you know, you're getting sober, you know? So I did some dope on Saturday. I actually happened to go across the street. My mom had called the cops on me, and I heard them coming, so I dipped out through the backyards. First I went through a couple backyards, and then like a few streets over, then I went out so that I was in Mayfield Heights, and then I came back over into Lyndhurst, because it kind of comes back through, and went to a friend's house. Just chilled for a little bit, like for like an hour or two.
So we are on our way to Mayfield Heights right now. to meet up with Bryan the day before he goes into a detox facility. He got admitted into Stella Maris. He was able to set up a bed that he will be able to have, probably be in there for about a week. The interesting thing is he has a warrant for his arrest, which he knows about, so Bryan's been a little coy about giving the exact location of where he is. It was only about 5 minutes ago where I found out that he was at a Dunkin' Donuts on Mayfield Road, so we're going to go pick him up and then talk to him the day before he gets admitted into the detox facility.
Third question.
Why bother again? Because you never know when you're gonna get it. A lot of what's different is the time, you know, like I didn't wait. You know, most of the time if I fall off, I'll just go hard until, you know, whenever, until the wheels fall off again and I'm back locked up again, you know. But this time I didn't want to do that, you know. I got a relationship, you know, with my family that I didn't want to give up this time, you know. To be 100% honest is I'm trying to create good memories right now because God forbid something happens and I die, you know.
So what'd you do last night?
I went to my friend's house, drew up this tattoo, just hung out, did a little bit of crystal.
And what are we doing now?
Going to Stella Maris. I just texted her, told her that I wanted her to know there was no hard feelings for her calling the cops, and that, you know, that I love her and that I'm coming here to detox today, that's it.
She responded though.
Yeah. She said, thanks. I love you.
Somebody told you, either Bryan or the counselor told you that he was leaving. What went through your head?
Oh, what's he gonna do now? The more help he can get before he gets into someplace, I thought would be good. So now he's out with no plans and no place to go.
He feels that everything you're doing is out of love because the last thing you want to see is him pass away, and he just kept saying, I know she loves me and I just think everything she's doing is to prevent me from dying.
It is. I mean, that's the bottom line. I love him and I don't want him to die. And I'm not going to have him take the chance of doing that. When I can do something to stop it, I mean, it's out of my control. But when it's in my house, I can do something. And I have to do what I think is right to do.